We were young and fresh-faced and had no idea actually what we were getting into.
Back then, I guess we were a lot younger and weren't afraid of risk. We just thought it was a terrific opportunity to start our lives together. I quit my teaching job and Rena quit her graphic design job, and we came up to Jasper and have loved it ever since.
My name is Rena, Allin, and my husband Chris and I have operated Alpine Village Resort for 35 years here in Jasper National Park.
I think cabin culture in Jasper is very unique in the sense that it represents a bit of history, the way people used to live. So when they get into the cabins, it takes them back in time, and it relaxes them and makes them think of how things were simpler at one time.
Chris and I met on our first date, and Chris always said, "Oh, I would love to run a resort in the Rocky Mountains of Jasper." Chris and I had been together for 3 years in Edmonton. We actually planned our wedding in 5 weeks, and we ended up getting married, and then we came and took over Alpine Village 2 days later.
I came first, and then Rena arrived in her little Honda Civic. In the passenger seat beside her was a pile of Kleenexes, and her eyes are all red and welled up, and I kind of looked at her and said, "Rena, I thought you'd be happy coming up here."
It just hit me that here we were changing our lifestyles completely and saying goodbye to our careers and friends in Edmonton and moving further away from our family. And what were we getting into? Because we absolutely were so green. But I got it out of my system, that 4-hour drive from Edmonton. Running Alpine Village and having 3 young children was absolutely chaos. You just had to make sure we kept our eyes on them at all times because, of course, there's bears in our backyard. The combination of 175 guests, 20 staff, and 3 kids, and running this business at Alpine Village, my gosh, some nights we'd go to bed and we'd be just absolutely exhausted. We used to say our retirement plan was Freedom 90, that we would still be here. But fortunately, with Cassie coming home and being in a manager position for the last 6 years, we're hoping to look at semi-retired.
I hope she will improve upon the business and continue with the tradition.
Alpine Village has really been part of our married life and our professional life. We strive to make each other happy and work through all the good and tough spots, but we've always been able to share it together.